Hello, Taurus. Welcome to your February soul session. I am Princess India. If you are new and if you're family, welcome back, my friend, and whatnot, or whatever. And I have to say this message 9 times out of 10. I mean, if you're watching this live, if you're a avid watcher, you may have seen Libra before this. So I don't know who this message is for, because as soon as I got out of Libra, I heard a song, and because it happened after them and right before I did you guys, and I haven't looked at the lyrics of the song or anything, so I don't know who this is for, but I'm gonna have to go, comment this under Libra's video. But I'm gonna tell you guys, just in case this is for you guys. I mean, I think I'll know by the time we get into these cards, but I was hearing the song uh Don't Cry, and it's a song by Lil Wayne and XXX Tentacion. And I was hearing the chorus, and like the chorus of the song, because I don't know what they say in the song, because my son is a fan of XXX Tentacion, but it's like it's XXX saying like don't cry, don't go, like something something, I love you, or something like that. So child, look, I don't know if it resonate, but I've been taking song messages pretty seriously lately. Those of you who are members on my network, if you're not, you can go join, it's free. But and you can see this on there. I just did a channeling message about a song from The Little Mermaid. Like literally one of my members, I was talking to her in our Discord, and while I was talking to her, I started hearing this song. What is it? The I Want to Know Where the People Are song. And I was like, okay, there's something with that. So I literally went and prayed about it, and I ended up getting a whole like super deep message about it, and I posted it up there. So I mean, if you're about that life, holler at it. But that's the reason why I felt, I needed to tell you guys, just in case, even if it doesn't align with this message, if that has some sort of, resonance with you, then, holler at it. But anywho, let's go ahead and jump into your cards for February. The first card out that we have, let's see how this does with my camera. Okay, and it's all right. It's the Wheel of Fortune. Ugh, me and these lights. But it's Aunt Caroline, because I'm using the Hoodoo Tarot, and I always say with the Wheel of Fortune, we're talking about the fixed signs here. Oh, wow, that's funny. I'll get to that in a second. The fixed signs here. So we're talking about Taurus, Scorpio, Aquarius, and Leo. And because of that, I'll say with my soul sessions, if you aren't familiar, because I have a bunch of new subbies, when I do these soul sessions, they're kind of like whatever comes out, but my intention with them are personal development readings, because a lot of my OG subbies keep up with these, take notes and all of the things. And I also do like recaps of them on my network, She Do Society. And, they have reflection questions and all the things or whatever, but you could access all that on there. But anyway, but with all of the like this, I always read the sign of the season that we're in first, and that also acts as a collective reading, because we're in Aquarius, so we're under the influence of Aquarius. So especially with the Wheel of Fortune coming out for you guys, and Aquarius being one of the fixed signs, I would suggest to watch the Aquarius reading to just kind of get an idea in a general sense of what it is that you guys may be dealing with as well. But anywho, the other thing that I heard from my wonderful guides, and this is a medieval tarot type of thing, but once upon a time, the Wheel of Fortune used to have 4 banners on it, and I'm not going to get into the whole spiel, but with this card being in the reverse, in the medieval tarot, it was I have no kingdom. It would be the position of this, because it was 4 different positions, but this is the I have no kingdom place. So what this is kind of saying to me overall in the month of February, Taurus, it's kind of feeling stuck. You know what I'm saying? It's wanting to move forward, but it's feeling almost like external forces, or circumstances, the universe, it's a perception that something outside of yourself is holding you back, or that energies just aren't in your favor. But I have a nagging suspicion here to say that that quite possibly may not be the case. My Oh, that's interesting. um I'm just gonna tell y'all what the challenge card is instead of me just wasting time. Because what I was about to say, I looked down and was like, oh yeah. So the challenge card is the Seven of Cups in the reverse. So here's the deal. The challenge is seeing things for what it is. Now, I'm gonna get a little bit into this because it's imperative. In life, I'm trying to like condense this so it doesn't become a whole lecture. In life, it is imperative, if you want to win at this game of life and not be, befuddled by life in general, is to understand that there's seasons, cycles, and a process to literally everything, right? And if you learn these seasons and cycles and patterns of life, you will be less stressed out with things. With you being a spring baby, and I'm saying this because I'm also a Taurus, I'm a double Taurus, by the way, but anywho, all in the 12th house, but moving right along, enough about me. But with you being a spring baby, right, we're still technically in hibernation phase, right? Like no Taurian anywhere is thriving or having a glow up in a January, a February, or a March until maybe midpoint, latter point of March is when we start to defrost a little and pull the booty shorts out. You know what I'm saying? Because we all own them anyway, moving right along, right? So now is a time to be in preparation. So the clarity that one needs to see, if you're understanding seasons and cycles, it would be a pessimistic mindset to see your hibernation phase as I have no kingdom. Things just ain't working for me. Other people glowing up. You know what I'm saying? That's their particular seasonal time. Your time is coming between the latter part of March and all the way up and through, spring, summertime, whatever. We're going to slow back down somewhere around Halloween. You know what I'm saying? So what you want to do is more or less see this as a time of preparation, right? You shouldn't be trying to go out and doing too much, not saying like don't take care of your business, but I'm saying as far as what it is you guys are trying to align with, I feel that this isn't a block. You know what I'm saying? It's more or less an energy that's telling you, hey, it's not time yet. Like, chill, get your ducks in a row, right? So the challenge this month is really going to be getting clear. So I really feel like there's like a desire almost to be in the energy of the Wheel of Fortune upright, of like having your kingdom, in so many words. But Rome was not built in a day, right? So I feel you guys want to use this time to more or less prepare for what it is that you're aspiring to align with, right? Now, getting into your situation more specifically, the central energy that is representing you all, child, look, y'all know what's up. We have the, oh my gosh, come on, dag nabbit, son of a gun. Okay, there we go. I'm noticing it's all this stuff I have behind me that is jacking up my camera. But anywho, we have the Seven of Sticks, which is the Seven of Wands, your past influence. Oh goodness. We have the Five of Coins. We got some little money troubles here. Taurus. Okay, you're above energy. Oh wow, that came out for Libra. Oh, sweet mother. Okay. When I lean like that, that works. This is the ancestors card, but it's the death card in this deck. Your hidden influence. We have the Four of Coins in the reverse. Child, I got a lot to tell you. Take a deep breath. Okay. And what you need to watch out for going into the latter part of February. Okay. I'm liking this. We have the 10 of Wands, or the 10 of Sticks, in the reverse. So here is the dealio, my wonderful Taurians. So with you guys being in the 7 of Wands, those of you who are my woke, like psychic intuitive Tauri, Because this is making me think of what I was telling Libra, all of the energy that I'm picking up on, this oppositional energy. So my woke Tauruses, you guys may be picking up on this because I mean, I see this so clearly in the ethereal of this oppositional energy. And again, speaking to cycles and patterns, because I'm seeing this oppositional energy, like this feeling like being attacked and targeted by oppositional energy, that says to me that literally right around the corner for a lot of people, and I really do feel like the marker point is going to be the latter part of March and the beginning part of April. Oh, that's interesting. My guys just said until August. I have no idea. I just work here. But I feel the turning point is the latter part of March into April, and I think Mercury goes retrograde again in April. So that's kind of another pause and reflection point. But my guides are saying up until August. Um, I feel good things are going to be happening for people during that time frame. And the reason why this oppositional energy is showing up so heavy, especially in February, is because it's almost trying to throw you off your square in a sense. Like, because how I'm seeing, I've been saying to all the signs, how I'm seeing people being attacked is like with their Achilles heel. And that's where I say cycles and patterns are important, because you have to look at this as like we're talking about spiritual warfare here, right? So when we're thinking about spirit, we're talking about strategy, like there's strategy in war, or, you know, there's an art of war, if we could say it that way, right? So strategy wise, my thought is if everyone in the collective is being attacked at their Achilles heel and not anywhere else, so it's like your weakest weak point, it's almost like attacking you, it's attacking your enemy like from the inside. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like the strategy is if I hit you in your Achilles heel, I don't need to be close to you. I don't need to be near you. I just need to like shoot the dart, right? And it's like, you know, your neurological system, your circulatory system, your immune system is going to self destruct from the inside and do the work for me. It's like the energy I'm picking up on. You know what I'm saying? And the thought would be, now, why would, you know, an enemy attack you in that way, right? It's like they have to get the bullseye shot, right? Like, why is it that they would want to attack you in your weak point as opposed to, you know, just regular, you know, battle of the wills type of thing? And that says to me because something good is coming, right? So it's like you're this freaking close, right? But this energy is trying to throw you off of your square, so you almost sabotage yourself because you can't see it, hence the, you know, wheel of fortune in the reverse. You can't see the full picture right now, so it's almost like attacking you, right? And for those of you who don't, you know, haven't picked up on this energetically, you may be seeing this in your life manifesting physically, where you literally feel like people are coming at your top, like your boss is coming for you and being nitpicky, you know, your kids acting up, your partner out here acting an ass. You know what I'm saying? It's like your money's funny. I'm seeing that with the 5 of coins. You know what I'm saying? It's like coming into this space from the latter part of January. It's like your money is kind of tight, or, you know, accounts getting overdrawn, you know, things of the sort, still ain't recouped since Christmas and whatnot, whatever the case. But it's more or less how you guys are feeling in February. Is like stuff is coming at you from all angles. You know what I'm saying? If it's not one thing, it's another. It's like problem after problem after problem. And it's like you're trying to juggle it all. You're trying to maintain. And I feel why this is important of what I was saying with you guys, overall energy is this is a matter of perspective, right? And I'm saying this as a Taurian. If we know nothing else, I feel that we are realists, right? And sometimes people can mistake, you know, our realism for pessimism, right? We're not going to be sitting up here with like, you know, fugazi fairy tale thoughts and stuff. We're looking at stuff for what it is. but there's a fine line between realism and pessimism. Like, and that's something that you have to check in with yourself. You know what I'm saying? To see where it is that you're at with that. You know what I'm saying? Because even when I talk about my is not is paradigm, you know what I'm saying? How, in order for things to manifest in your life, when you're calling something in, it's like your is not has to manifest before your is, because the universe likes to fill void. So it's an exchange that's happening, right? So you call it in, a void has to be created by the polar opposite thing coming in to create a void or a space for the thing that you're calling in to fill, right? But a lot of times we get lost in that is not. You know what I'm saying? And I feel this is like something that you guys could potentially fall victim to this month. Because even jumping forward, going to the latter part of February with this 10 of Wands in the reverse, this is more or less like an aha moment and a realization that Taurus could have at the end of this month of seeing, whoa, I was doing the most. I was taking on too much. It's taking a lot of false responsibility for things that really aren't yours. You know what I'm saying? And it's like releasing those burdens would be the goal here. You feel what I'm saying? But I can also see this as you taking on even still more if you don't get the message this month. You feel what I'm saying? Because I feel energetically, and like I said, some of you guys, I would say majority of you guys may literally feel as if everything in your life right now is coming at you. But the key is here is to bend and not to allow yourself to break, because looking at this hidden influence with this 4 of coins in the reverse, you're and even seeing this, dog, like what's in your like ethereal energy that can be pulled into your consciousness with this ancestors or death card. You feel what I'm saying? This is directly connected to what's in your hidden influence, right? With the 4 of coins, it's like a energetic, and I'm seeing this so much. It's like, well, let me just call it what it is. It's a scarcity complex. It's a lack mentality, right? It's feeling that no matter what, it's never enough. It's always feeling at the bottom of the wheel. You know what I'm saying? And that's where I'm saying Taurus. It's like I'm saying this as a Taurus to my fellow Tauruses. Where I'm sitting, I'm seeing the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse as delayed, not denied. But the Tauruses that I'm speaking to that resonate with this, you're seeing this as yet another situation to where you're at a disadvantage. Like, I'm in the grave and I'm trying to crawl my way out of it. But I'm telling you that that's not the case. It's in reality, this 7 of Wands, it could feel like everything is attacking you, but it's still needing to take into account with this card that you're at a higher vantage point. You know what I'm saying? It's like you're the one who's putting yourself in the headspace of feeling like you're at the will of the situation. Because literally, with this 7 of Wands is much like the one on the Rider Waite, where you're standing at a higher vantage point and the stuff that's coming at you is beneath you. You know what I'm saying? So it's more or less, that's what I mean with the 10 of Wands in the reverse, of this being unnecessary burdens that need to be released. Because it's not like, yeah, there's stuff coming at you, but it's like you're protected. You know what I'm saying? It's like they couldn't touch you even if they wanted to, but it's almost like you're perceiving it as if you're ground level with them. Like you could dead ass turn around and walk away and not even deal with it with your one little wand, because that's the only thing that you're responsible for, right? And I feel that's a headspace that you need to die to, but it's directly connected to a lack mentality, which is causing energetic hoarding. So it's almost whole, and this is similar. I said something like this to Libra, I believe. Like I was talking about defense mechanisms and stuff. And a lot of times with our defense mechanisms, or thank you guys, even with pessimism, it keeps you safe and keeps you from being disappointed. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, things are going really well in my life right now, but I'm not going to get too excited. You know what I'm saying? Because it's the thought of things aren't always going to go well. Or, what if this doesn't pan out the way that I hope that it did? And instead of me being disappointed that I was really excited about this thing and it didn't work out, if I never get excited, then I'm never disappointed. You know what I'm saying? But even though you're protecting yourself from the disappointment, it's like you're also robbing yourself of excitement as well. You feel what I'm saying? But it's what I'm seeing with this 4 of coins in the reverse. It's literally holding, it's keeping yourself in a holding pattern to where you're always going to get the short end of the stick. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like it's a heart protection type of thing. It's even like not wanting to let people into your experience, not wanting to allow people to get close to you. You know what I'm saying? Not trusting people, whether that's in friendships or, in romantical type of things, whatever the case, because it's a fear of loss, right? So it's almost a self-imposed deficit that one puts themselves in, because it really feels to me, Taurus, like there's a war that's happening. But like I was saying with my analogy of, the dart that's being shot into your Achilles heel, it's like I don't even need to fight Taurus face to face, because all I have to do is plant one seed of doubt and Taurus is going to self-destruct. Like they're going to do the rest of the job themselves. You feel what I'm saying? And that's really what it is that I'm seeing here. But I'm seeing this not from the sense of other people attacking you. I'm seeing this almost like, I would have to say, like spiritual warfare. Like it's literally like a war that's happening within Taurus about Taurus. And because Taurus is in this energy, yes, it can manifest to people outside of you. It can be replicating itself, like that same energy signature can be replicating itself outside of you with coworkers and bosses and friends and romantic partners. Yeah, that could totally be happening, but it's still neither here nor there, because the thing that really needs to be dealt with is this like the energetic state that Taurus is in, and Taurus needing to realize that there is a self contribution to that. You know what I'm saying? And my guys just said settling for less. That's not for everybody. It's like it manifests in a lot of different ways. And I was literally talking about this with my staff the other day, and one of the young ladies on my staff, Beidou, she's a Taurus as well, and her and I were laughing about it because I was telling her that Tauruses have like the shadow behavior of Tauruses. I call it backdoor syndrome. I have creepy names for stuff. It's similar to the same shadow pattern I see in Scorpios. It's similar to it. I call that the Scorpio slide, right? That's like, it's an energy signature that I see. And I have a bunch of them for other signs. But anyway, but that's your opposite sign and it's the fixed sign. But anyway, but like with Scorpio, I call it the Scorpio slide. With Tauruses, I call it backdoor syndrome. So it's like with Tauruses, when they're operating in their shadow, it's like they're sneaking in the back door with a lot of stuff. And how that would manifest like in behaviors is a person who's too afraid to ask for what they want. You know what I'm saying? Or too afraid to ask for what they need. So it's kind of like if you have a non-confrontational Taurus who is gonna, they're going to the movies with all of their friends, and their friends want to go see a movie, and the Taurus, that's non-confrontational, doesn't want to see it, right? They're not going to say, oh, girl, I don't like that movie. I don't want to go see that. We should go see this, right? What they would do is, ooh, girl, I don't know about that. Like, a bunch of my coworkers went to go see that movie, girl, and they said it was trash. And then your friends are like, for real, girl? It's like, oh yeah, girl, I heard it was real bad. And then your friends are like, oh no, well, we're not going to see that then. And it's like, yeah, but I heard this other movie, which is the one you really want to see. I heard this other movie is real good. They said that one is like really great. And it's like, oh, for real? Well, yeah, girl, let's go see that, right? That's backdoor syndrome, right? It's an inadvertent way. It is manipulative, I'm gonna be honest with you, but it's an inadvertent way of getting your needs met, because a very tricky way, backdoor, you know what I'm saying, way of getting your needs met, because you're too afraid to directly ask for what you want, what you need, or what you deserve. You know what I'm saying? And when we're operating like that, the headspace is a fear of, if I say, no, guys, I don't want to see that, I want to see this. And this can be real or imagined. More often than not, when I see stuff like this, it's imagined, right? It's just the thought that once upon a time, your needs didn't get met. So you made it up in your mind that, I'm not even going to bother asking. So either I'm going to put myself in a position to where I don't need anyone's help, or I'm going to sneak through the back door to get my needs met or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And that's what ends up keeping you stuck in this energy. Now, why is this relevant? Because this 5 of coins that I'm seeing, whether this is an, emotional deficit and you guys are feeling on the outs emotionally with people and not feeling as if your needs are being met via like, your connections with people, or if this is strictly speaking financially, you know what I'm saying? Like living paycheck to paycheck, whatever the case. This is a byproduct of this inner state of being in this deficit. You know what I'm saying? It's like one's mentality and perception on life is one of lack, of my needs will not be met. People will not show up for me. I don't have enough. I'm not going to make enough. And that's how one inadvertently settles for less than it is that they deserve. You know what I'm saying? If one were to show up fully, right? There's the ability for you to get everything it is that you want, but there's the need to confront that false belief that's saying that you're always going to get the short end of the stick. And with this being in the hidden influences, this is, 9 times out of 10, something that is subconscious or something that is a false core belief that comes from way back when. But I feel that's something that needs to be confronted, integrated, and thus transformed. You know what I'm saying? Because looking in this deck with this ancestors card being the death card, it's like this is old, long gone away past tense things that need to die. These are like ghosts of the past, if you will, that are stalking your present life. You know what I'm saying? And I feel these things being kept alive is what it is that's creating this deficit in your life. So what would behoove you is to confront these things and to lay down that burden once and for all, so you guys can lay this cross down, you know what I'm saying, and move forward with the only one wand that you're responsible for, because I feel it's like your energy is being pulled in a lot of different directions. You know what I'm saying? And your challenge, like I said, with the 7 of Cups in the reverse, your challenge is to reel all of that energy in and to gain central focus. It's almost like behind you, Taurus. It's like there's so many like I'm seeing like tubes. I don't know what you would call that. It's not happening in real life. This is like an energy thing I'm seeing. It's almost like a whole bunch of tubes that are like stuck in your back that are siphoning your energy out. You know what I'm saying? And this is like, but it's almost like it's happening behind you. So it's like you're not aware of it. But this is the equivalent of, like I said, it's either you picturing yourself at a disadvantage for stuff that's coming at you, like seeing things that is happening to you as opposed to for you, or you just spreading your energy out amongst, too many people, or even this could be a form of self-sabotage too, to where, it's like you're doing too much stuff. I usually say this in the context of like, if you have a bunch of buckets to fill, it's like the thought is like, oh, let me cover more ground and let me put a drop in each bucket. So, I'm covering more ground because I got more, irons in the fire, as opposed to just focusing on one bucket and filling that bucket, sitting it to the side, then going to the next. You know what I'm saying? So it's giving you the illusion thereof of progress. And you know what, Taurus, this is reminding me of a soul session I did for you guys back in, I think it was 2021. And I was talking about a group of Tauruses who, it's like they were a full adult, but it's like they were stunted in childhood, and not in a negative sense. It's almost like being wounded, like at the age of 8. And it's like you're a grown ass woman, you're a grown ass man, but inside of you is still this 8-year-old child. You know what I'm saying? So it's like having this illusion thereof of progress. And like the whole point of that, I might link that in the comments, but the whole point was to more or less nurture this child so this child could grow up and integrate. You know what I'm saying? Because that would be the thing that's holding you back. Because it's so weird. What I'm seeing in my mind's eye right now is like an adult Taurus who's, oh my gosh. And I'm remembering another reading too, where what is it with this whole thing? You guys past is dead ass what's holding you back. Like, I'm not even joking, because now I'm being shown another soul session I did for you guys where, and this one wasn't too long ago. I think this was before I quit YouTube, But I remember seeing a Taurus person who was like running and they were running full force. And there was like this chain around their waist, and behind them, the chain was tied to like this giant boulder. So it's like it doesn't matter how fast they ran, they had this huge boulder behind them that they were completely unaware of that was slowing their progress. And the thing I'm seeing right now is a Taurus doing the same thing as like they're running, but it's like your inner child grabbing your ankle wrapped around it. And it's like you can't move as fast as you want because this child is trying to pull you back to the past. You know what I'm saying? It's almost to me what the goal is this month, because all your burdens are coming from that inner child. It's like your inner child is what is standing between like you and what it is that you've always wanted. Like you getting out of the energy of I have no kingdom, like you being on top of the world, you know, you being the queen or the king of your castle, whatever the case, right? It's like the only thing that's stopping you from that is like that little kid. You know what I'm saying? It's like the little kid's like, no, come back here and let's think about all the shit things that happened to us. Like, let's just ruminate over it together. Let's marinate in it. You know what I'm saying? It's like that's literally what I'm seeing. And that's really what this 10 of Wands is about. Why I feel like this is coming up in the position of what it is to watch out for, because I feel, and this has been coming out for everyone, I feel this is really saying like it's a forewarning to not fall for the okie doke again. Because I don't feel that this is, I mean, clearly, if I'm thinking of readings that I've been saying this for years, I feel like this is another opportunity for you guys to break free. And this is like a forewarning to not fall for the okie doke again. You know what I'm saying? And I'm looking forward to this for you guys. Honestly, this is the reason why, like I was telling you guys about the gists that I do, and it stands for get your shit together. But why I do these gists for these readings, like these recaps, is because I mean, all the years that I've been doing this, it's like I always get like DMs and emails and stuff from people whenever I have readings like this, which is most of the time, where people are wanting to do the work. And it's like, well, what do I need to focus on? Like, how do I kind of, you know, get the ball rolling with this? And I'm like, why don't I just do a recap that has like, you know, targeted reflection questions that are, you know, specifically aligned with these areas that you need to work on. So I would say wholeheartedly, Taurus, for all of you guys who resonate with this, I think you doing a gist would be helpful. And what I might do too, because since my network is for you know, girls, I might put these up on my website too, so that, you know, people who don't want to join the network or dudes would be able to access them. But I know for sure Taurus is definitely a sign that I would strongly suggest to do this, because, you know, or talk about it with your therapist, you know, either way, you know what I'm saying? Because I always tell you guys, whenever stuff like this comes out, it's like spirit is never asking you to figure it all out in a month. It's 9 times out of 10, this is something that's been in the back of your head. Oh my gosh, is that the reason why that song came out? Child, I'm gonna have to go read them lyrics, because I'm thinking now, I'm like, is that like your inner child? Like said, like, don't go, stay back here with me in misery, right? But anyway, but it's never about you having it all figured out, because 9 times out of 10, things that I'm talking about are things that have already been top of mind for you. The key is always just like awareness and acceptance, you know, like with all of these readings, it's like me doing them is to bring something to your awareness you've already, you know, kind of been mulling over or jetting in and out of your mind. And then it's confirmation, because it's like, damn, I was really thinking about this. You know what I'm saying? And then you accepting like, okay, I do be doing this. And that's really like all you really need to move forward with something, because that's what gets the ball rolling with making change. You know what I'm saying? Awareness and acceptance that this is actually happening. You feel what I'm saying? And everything after that is all into you and your will and your desire to change, and, you know, doing the work that's necessary to, you know, implement said change. You know what I'm saying? And the lessons that are related to it. But overall, that's what it is that I'm seeing. It's like this is, and how I say it's like you're in hibernation time. It's like this is the perfect time to do this type of work. You know what I'm saying? Um, of releasing these burdens so that you can go into, especially with our birthday season coming up, it's like you being able to go into your birthday season like free and clear, and this being like a complete new year for you. You know what I'm saying? But I hope and pray that that makes sense, Taurus. Let me know what you think in the chat or in the comments, you know what I'm saying, and whatnot or whatever. But of course, you guys know I love your freaking face, and I will see you guys sooner than later. And sooner than later is probably going to be in the next soul session, because who am I doing after this? I forgot who I'm doing, but I'm doing another one after this. So, follow me over to the next